I don't know what to tell you. Just tell people hi. Just tell them hi. Just tell them hi. They're right there. Look. They're right there. Do you see them? Say hi, Jojo. Hi. Hi. Jojo says hello. Listen, it's dark as heck right now. I'm gonna be... Thank you, Daniel. That's nice to hear, for once. D. Spalding. Oh no, you can't hear me? Can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, do a thumbs up. If you can't hear me, do a thumbs down. I'm waiting to see.
Sorry, there was a problem with the app.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna take that as you can hear me. Jojo says hi. We haven't gone live in quite some time. Listen, everyone is upset that it's dark outside, and I just wanted to say, I like when it's dark. I like that it gets dark earlier now. I wish if it got dark at like 3 o'clock, I'd be thrilled because I could sit on the couch, turn on the TV, and I don't feel guilty about it. When it's dark, when it's light until like 8 or 9, well, it's never really light until 9, but when it's light late in the day, 7, 8 o'clock at night, I don't like that. Go ahead and get dark. I like to get cozy, especially in the wintertime. Especially in the wintertime. Now, I will say, I can't check the weather right now. High was 80 degrees today here. So, that's not great. That's not great. The high, but tomorrow, the high's going to be 77. Tuesday, high of 67. That's going to be the coolest high that we've had here in the North Texas area in quite some time. M. Wolf, you love the hair. Thank you. It's a little bit kooky, crazy. I think this is the longest I've ever had my hair. Certainly the longest it's been back here. I've never, ever, ever had it long enough to where it does the what's the mother's name on the Brady Bunch? Why can't I think of her name? Not Cindy. Cindy, Marcia, Jan. What's the mom's name on the Brady Bunch? Carol? Carol Brady. I've never had it long enough to where it does the Carol Brady like little flip, which it is doing now. Not upset about it. Some people call it like a partial mullet. I don't know. It's not like I can like brush it down on one side of my shoulder or anything. But you love the women shit I do with my hair? I love the women stuff you do with your hair. Tell me more about that, what you mean. So, listen, it's about to get crazy. And by crazy, I mean, just bear with me. It's going to be a kooky kind of few weeks. If you have a question that you want me to answer, go ahead and put it in the question box. I can't keep up with the chat is just so crazy. So if you want a question, put it in the question box and I'll answer it there. So I was saying, I love the weather. Oh, here we go. I bet this is my friend Logan. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. There's a few in there. So a few things. I had a lot of stories today about the Ninja Slushie. I want to be clear, not sponsored. I purchased that with my, not sponsored, not gifted. Okay. I bought that with my own money because I was influenced months ago by other people. And I loved it. I hated the coffee one. The coffee one, I'm sorry to tell you, was very disappointing. I could still think about it. I'm still thinking about how it did not taste good. It did not make my tummy feel good. And I blame International Delight. Whitney, that's not nice. Whitney, I'm your only friend here. I mean, I consider everyone friends here. The International Delight Creamer, I love it. I have the French vanilla every day. International Delight coffee built in with the creamer and the milk and everything else. Not good. Not very good. And there's something about the way when it was frozen, the taste was like very, very, very artificial. Now, I have seen other people make frappes in their Ninja slushies, and they went really well. So I think I'm going to have to follow one of those actual recipes sometime. Now, tell me this. Is that freaky? It's freaky. You don't even have to tell me. Is the extra light helpful or freaky? It looks like I'm about to tell you a haunted story. I don't have any haunted stories to tell you, and I don't want to scare you tonight. Sophia, thank you. Thank you. Remember, I'm taking questions in the question box. I do see, are you excited for the Wicked movie? Yes, I'm going to see it. I already have tickets. What I will tell you, everyone, the one thing that upsets me about this movie is that they're not really billing it as a part one, and it is. It is a part one. There's 2 movies, so they've broken up, from what I can tell, the act 1 and act 2 into 2 movies. So I will say this. I love Ariana Grande. I love Cynthia Erivo. I'm kind of already over the press tour. And so I do have like a little bit part of me that's like, oh God, we're going to have to do this all again next year. But I think the movie's going to be great. Jonathan Bailey, everyone else that's in it. I can't think of their names right now. Jeff Goldblum, Jurassic Park. I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be great. And I'm looking forward to that. I will say, I love Cynthia Erivo. First of all, by the way, I feel like I discovered her because, I know I didn't, but 5 or 6 years ago, whenever The Color Purple came back on Broadway. So The Color Purple is one of my top 3, if not my number 1 favorite stage musical. Okay. I saw it on Broadway. This is my dryer, sorry. I saw it on Broadway starring Fantasia, and it was incredible. It was incredible, and I thought, I might not ever see another performance this good. And then they revived it just a few years later, brought it over from London, starring this newcomer, Cynthia Erivo, and I thought, she's not going to be nearly as good as Fantasia. And I saw it on the second night on that it was open on Broadway. I think I saw it during preview, so it was very, very, very early. I either saw it during previews. I don't think it was even officially open yet. When I tell you, when Cynthia Erivo sang I'm Here, which is the big song, we gave her a standing ovation in the middle of the show for, I think, about 10 minutes. Maybe it was 5, but it was, I've never seen or heard anything like it. Her ability to perform is unmatched. Now, I will say, Fantasia, her performance and Cynthia's are so different that I don't really rank them as different. One's not better than the other. They're just very different. But I love Cynthia. I'm excited about her in Wicked. I thought her reaction to the cast photo / poster thing was a little over the top. I did not think that was a great moment for anybody, but it is what it is. So I'm excited to see that. Yes, very much so. Okay, so I do want to address this. Are all the people with thumb arthritis still losing their mind over period spaces? So a few weeks ago, it feels like a year ago, but maybe it was a week or 2 ago, that post about 2 spaces between sentences really threw me for a loop. I didn't know how passionate people are. But then if you really think about the people who are the ones putting the 2 spaces, they kind of come from a demographic that doesn't like to be criticized or told they're wrong. And so I never ever do this. I think I've only ever limited comments on 2 posts. I had to limit comments on that one to followers only because it was being shown to a lot of people, which I always appreciate. And I usually leave comments wide open, even if they're not happy with me. But it was so... I'd never gotten comments that vicious and mean. And I'm not joking. Vicious. These people who want to put 2, sometimes 3 or 4 spaces between sentences are really passionate about it. And I'm here to tell you that you are wrong. Still, you're still wrong. Maybe some of you in the legal field, I don't have many acquaintances that are lawyers, so I don't really care. But yeah, it's wrong. So I don't have anything else to say about that. Thank you. Any other questions? You can put them in the question box. So do I occasionally watch my old vlogs? No, I don't. I love that era. So some of you who don't know, I have been on YouTube since 2006. So I was a YouTuber way, way, way back in the day. I love telling people this because no one cares. But I was making short form videos before YouTube existed. So there was a website called ifilm.com, and there was Google video.google.com, I think. And then YouTube came around. Obviously, Google bought YouTube, and I thought, okay, I guess I'll start putting them on YouTube too. So I've just been vlogging for a long, long time. Some of those videos are painful to see now. Understandably, they were made at a different time with different equipment and different hairstyles and just different me. I don't like watching them that much. Some of them are very funny, and a lot of you remind me of the funnier ones. For instance, the attic squirrel. If you've been around since like 2007, you know about the attic squirrel. That, the attic squirrel's great grandson was in my backyard this week, and that was the craziest thing I've ever dealt with. And I don't wish that on anyone. I don't wish that on anyone, what I had to deal with that squirrel. Let's just say it got into the drainage system in my house, in my backyard. Excuse me, I've been sick. And then it rained pretty hard. And not pretty. Someone asked me a different question, so I can stop talking about the squirrel. I will say, though, those videos are fun to, go back and watch now, because no, they're not fun. Yes, they're fun. I love hearing about the videos that y'all enjoy from back then. Do I still enjoy Disney cruises? So I haven't been on one in a long time. I would love to go on one. We're thinking about going on an Alaskan Disney cruise soon, or an Alaskan cruise, could be Disney, soon, because I really want to go to Alaska, especially. Sorry, guys. I really have been sick all week. Dying to go to Alaska. I think the cruise is the way to do it. Disney has a great one. I mean, who all gets to go to a glacier with Minnie Mouse? Not a lot of people could say that. So we'll see. You're in Alaska. Sarah Kyle, where in Alaska are you from? My dad went to Alaska about 10 years ago to Katmai National Park. And he saw bears eating salmon just right out of the water. It was a great, he loves talking about that. Anchorage, love it. For whatever reason, I just had like a flashback to, I think, second grade. We all had to choose a state to like obsess over and do like reports on, and I chose Alaska, and Anchorage is the capital. Am I right? Alexa, what's the capital of Alaska?
Alaska's capital is Juneau.
It's Juneau. Okay. Well, Anchorage is right up there with it. So yeah, that's how I think about Disney cruises. I love Disney cruises. I will say, like, as much as I've said about Disney lately, I think the cruises are still very, very okay. Logan wants to know if the Ninja slushie keeps well in the fridge. I did not keep the slushies. So I think the general idea of the Ninja slushie is that you drink it right when you freeze it. I haven't talked this much in days. I apologize. Yeah, so you go ahead and drink it when you make it. So no, I wouldn't keep it in the fridge or the freezer for that matter. Yeah, they keep well. I would say I'm going to have to toy with the recipe a little bit. When we did the lemonade last week, it was perfect. The strawberry lemonade today, it just has different ingredients, so it froze a little bit differently. I've heard xanthan gum can help with the consistency, keep it a little more slushified, because over time, the slush becomes more icy because it's all frozen. So you really want to, in my opinion, and you can adjust the temperature, you want to have it where it's right on the, it's just barely frozen, where it's crystallized, but it's not frozen solid. It's never going to be frozen solid, but you understand what I mean. So no, don't keep it in the fridge. How did I meet Justine? Was it from old YouTube days? So, yes. Justine and I am a huge fan of iJustine. Huge fan. I met her in 2007, the first time. 2008, maybe. 2007 or 8. I was going to, it was 2008. I was going to school at the University of Texas in Austin. And I was going to South by Southwest, the social media portion of South by Southwest. I think it was called South by Southwest I. Do you remember when social media or the internet was denoted with an I? Which is perfect for what we're talking about. Justine. Hey, the Will of DC. The Will of DC and I also go back to 2007, 2008. OG YouTuber. The Will of DC, I gotta give the Will of DC some flowers right now. The Will of DC used to host a show on YouTube called YouTube Winners and Losers. And then it was called YouTube News. And sorry, Will, I've got to do this to you. He was the original YouTube drama. Sorry. Will was the original YouTube drama channel. He invented YouTube drama. And then he also invented just the concept of YouTubers being real people. I mean, okay, you weren't drama in the sense that drama like it is today, but every week Will had Excel charts of who gained the most followers, who lost the most followers, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I just want to give you credit for taking YouTubers seriously so long ago. Anyway, I met Justine at South by Southwest I Interactive back in 2008, and was a fan. I literally saw her at check-in and went up and met her. And then when I worked at Southwest Airlines, we worked together. I had her I hired her to do a project for us where we gave it was a partnership with Nintendo, Southwest, and iJustine. We gave everyone on the flight a Nintendo 3DS, and it was a kickoff of a big sweepstakes and event for Nintendo. So we've just been friends ever since then. So it's been a long time. And we saw Imagine Dragons probably 10 years ago in LA at the Troubadour for a Southwest event. And then we just, sorry, I don't know how long I could do this. We just went and saw Imagine Dragons again at the Hollywood Bowl. and it was incredible. I loved it. It was so good. I'd never been to the Hollywood Bowl before, and it was just a once in a lifetime amazing show. So that was so fun. I'm so glad to sorry. I'm getting choked up. Okay. Are there any other, there's no more questions in the question box. Okay. So anyway, that's that. Candace, hello. Yes, I've been sick all week. I think I had bronchitis. It's been a crazy week. But we're on the mend. We're healing. We're thinking healing, positive thoughts. So I do want to give a shout out to everybody who's voted already. If you voted, put a check mark or a heart in the chat. If you voted, please give me a check off. Y'all, it's so important to vote. Please don't skip this election. This is not the election to skip. None of them are, but this is not the one. I will also say it doesn't matter where you're from. A lot of people tend to think that if you're from a state that's pretty solid one way or another, that your vote doesn't matter, doesn't count. And I just, that is not the case. That's never true, but especially now, especially today, this is not the time to sit it out. If you want my opinion, you can reach out for it. This sounds horrible. I'm so sorry. I'll stop soon so I don't keep torturing you with Adam. Okay, this is Seb222. Adam, I've been watching your videos since I was 8 and now I'm 22. Okay. That is incredible. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. A lot of people would be like horrified that they're that old. I'm really proud of that. That really means a lot to me. 8. What's 22 minus 8? Jojo, help me out. What's 22 minus 8? 12, 14. I'm 37, Will. 37. That's 14 years. That's crazy. So thank you for sticking around this long. This is Joanna Jolene. She's due for a haircut. She will be getting one soon, before Thanksgiving for sure. She's a little messy, but we love her anyway. Right? Okay, so what's funny is a couple of my videos, like not a long time ago, like a month or two ago, I did a video on Jojo Siwa. And now listen, y'all, my dad has a full head of gray hair, okay? Fully gray. I think he went gray at like 25. I started getting gray at 25. So when people are like talking about how old I look, it's really hurtful. No, it's not hurtful. It's just like when I made a video about Jojo Siwa, they were like, why is this old man talking about this young girl? Well, first of all, Jojo Siwa is fair game. Second of all, I'm not an old man. I just have gray in my beard. Okay, so this is from Whitney. So Whitney, what did I think of the mustard bath? Okay, so, sorry, y'all are probably gonna have to hop off so you don't hear me cough all night. So Whitney recommended this powder called mustard bath, Dr. Something's mustard bath, to help me with my sickness. And what I will say is, yeah, it obviously helped. I did feel good. It did feel really good at the time. Now, and this is not a criticism of the mustard bath, but because I am sick, I have a little bit sensitivity to smells that I otherwise wouldn't when I'm not sick. And it's not like a yellow mustard, like French's yellow mustard, but it is quite literally like mustard powder with eucalyptus and some other stuff. And so after a little bit, the scent of the mustard powder got to me a little bit. So it was a really refreshing bath, but I had to put the mustard powder in the other room for a little bit, just so it didn't, upset my tummy. The smell. The bath didn't smell, but for some reason the powder itself in the jar did. But it was a great recommendation. I'm not joking. I mean, I did like the bath. It was just, after a while, I was like, it smells like mustard. Okay, I'm going to have to go because my cough is really about to get worse. But thank you all for watching. I'll do this again soon.